Hey besties, so today we are going to talk all about how to cut bangs into your synthetic wig. This is a video that is very highly requested because a lot of times people say, I love that wig, but I wish it had bangs. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is to do so. All right, what you will need is a sharp scissors. I really suggest something that has a point here because we're going to point cut to make sure that the wig is not super blunt. Nobody wants to look like that. And then most importantly, heat. You can use a blow dryer, but I really suggest a heat comb because you will be changing the part of the wig because we don't want to create the curtain bangs. We are trying to have the bangs that go fully on the forehead, so we will be changing the part and you need to do so with heat. Let's get started. All right, so I am going to be doing this directly on my head. You can do it on a mannequin, but this way you're going to have a little bit more control. So what we're going to do is grab this comb and we're going to start parting the hair in the front. I really prefer more wispy bangs, so I'm trying specifically not to have too much. Kind of the same rule where the hair is not going to grow back, so you want to start with a little and then go from there. So I'm going to part out this front section, and I am actually taking it all the way over here and so I can blend it down into the sides. Now that that hair is right here in the front, I'm just gonna push this other hair into the back. So for me, I've always thought bangs was a good idea. It's a really fun way to change your look, but I have this horrible cowlick right in the front, and every time I do it, I look like a 90s heartthrob. Not the goal. Same thing when I do a pixie, it just doesn't work out. So now we are going to grab our heat comb, and this is a fixed T-part wig, meaning that hair is meant to part right there in the middle. So I'm grabbing my heat comb. I have it set at 340 because I've done this before. So I know that 340 is safe. Basically what I'm doing is pushing that hair forward and I'm going to let it cool into that new position. I'm just pulling the hair this way, that way, basically just trying to train it to fall forward. We're gonna have a little bit of a cousin it moment, it's fine. So now, let it cool, straight like that. Look how pretty you look already. Iconic. So now it is cooled into place. I'm going to be a tucker here, make sure this hair is out of there. And now we're not going back. This is the moment of truth. And we're going to start, and we're all going to take a deep breath, okay? And we're going to start. I'm going to, okay. Now we're committed to it. I'm going to follow this same hairline here and cut straight across. I'm going to start looking like I have chest hair momentarily as all these little strands fall. I did go to cosmetology school and there was a thing called hair slivers. It's a real thing. You gotta be careful. These little hairs can like embed into your clothes. It's not cute, it's quite uncomfortable actually. If anybody's been to cosmetology school, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I am cutting this all straight across, but the point for me is that I want to start bringing it up a little bit higher and then just kind of drape down. I'm noticing that it is parting a little bit, so now we're gonna go back to the heat comb and really commit to that hair falling forward. Okay, now we go into the point cutting phase. So I'm just grabbing my scissors here and cutting into that hair. And if you do like more of that curtain bang style, you could really go from here and then just like heat style it. Kind of like it, a little Mona Lisa moment. Fun fact, I actually was in Paris when the man came over and dressed as a woman. He was wearing a wig. I don't think it was one of my wigs. And he threw cake at the Mona Lisa. And I was in Paris. All right, we're doing it. It is really coming together. I don't recommend wearing lip gloss during this either. I can feel my lips just getting furrier as I sit here. Another cosmetology story. This one's gross. If you don't like feet, don't listen. I used to have this older guy come in and I would have to do pedicures on him because he just needed help with them. And one time, it was like right after lunch, I put lip gloss on and I clipped his toenail. And it landed on my lip. I've never been the same since that day. It was so gross. Now that I have them to a good length, it's looking a little crazy. Because I heat styled them forward, they're kind of sticking out. So what I'm gonna do is grab my heat comb here again and just kind of create that shape that I want. I'm just trying to curl it under ever so slightly, and we want it to cool into that new shape. So remember that I did say to always start with a little because you can always add more. For me, I look at these and I see that they're just a little too wispy. So now I'm just going to grab a couple more pieces from the front and again, just like we did before, pull that hair forward and grab that heat, and we're gonna retrain that hair forward again. You've made it past like that hard part. You did did the work, and now we're just improving upon it. And now we are complete. Completely transformed this wig. Suddenly you have a new one. Look at you saving money. She went out to college, she got bangs. Maybe she changed her name. No, she goes by Brit. Her name is Brittany, but now she's Brit. I like this for her. So it's really honestly that simple to do. It's going to take a little bit of practice. And again, you can do it on yourself. You can do it on a mannequin. Just make sure those scissors are nice and sharp and you believe in yourself. You got this.